everybody wants to become a strong personality. Everyone is looking for some rules, some techniques which can help them build strong personality. So, for building a physical strong personality, there are some other techniques or some exercises or sports you should follow them. But in this video, we'll share about the mentally strong personality rules. So, I studied some books, and while I was going through these books, so I found 6 rules. We can also call them tips or techniques that mentally strong people follow. So in their life. The very first rule, or we can also say tip that I have come across, is the behavior, or we can also call it an attitude. So the mentally strong people do not get themselves indulged in controversies. In fact, they do not make any controversies. They are not interested in looking down others. So they always follow their own aims, their own goals. So we also say that they mentally strong people, they do not interfere in somebody else's task. They always say that, okay, that's my task, I have to do this thing. So there is nothing that can really deviate them from their goal. So they follow their goals because that's always clear for them. Their aims, their objectives, their goals, everything is clear for them because they have set something and they believe that we have to achieve that thing, and nothing should throw off our attention. So therefore we say that mentally strong people always do not believe what people say. They do not listen to everybody, or they do not follow whatever people say. Remember, there is difference between whatever people say and whatever you see. They don't say that, okay, this is good for Ahmad, so that will be good for me. So things are different. Something may be good for you, and the same thing might be bad for others. So therefore mentally strong people believe, or what they see, believe what they have studied, believe what is seen to them, or what is visible to them, not whatever people say. So they don't judge people from the others perspective. They always believe in their own guts. They always follow their own things, because inherently they follow the behavior that they have with themselves. So that therefore we say that do not accept whatever people say, because mentally strong people do not believe this. They do not care what people criticize them, or why people criticize them, what does the critics say about them, or what is their opinion, why do they say that. Because they're stick to their goals, because the goals are clear for them. So they follow their goals. Therefore I say that mentally, if you want to be mentally strong person, or you build mentally strong personality, so do not give your remote control to others. If you give that, then your life will, or you will run the way the people say. So whatever button is being pressed by the others, so then you will act accordingly. So it's mentally strong people. The first is the behavior. Number 2 is the attention. Mentally strong people are not attention seekers. Yeah, we accept that when somebody is mentally strong, when he or she enters to the party, everybody looks at them, everybody listens to them, everybody wants to hear what they say, because everyone thinks that they are strong people mentally. But in themselves, mentally strong people do not care about the attention of others. They try to attract people's attention by their own personality, while weak people, I mean those who are mentally weak, they always look for the people's attention. They always want to hear what people have to say about them, how people should appreciate them, how people should admire them. They are self-loved. Mentally weak people, they are self-loved. They are infected by a disease called a mental disease, we would say. It's called narcissism. They are narcissists. They are self-loved, self-centered, mentally strong, mentally weak people. While mentally strong people, they always move themselves from the comfort zone. They do not care how to make people love them. They do not pay attention to people's small things. They always picturize the big images in their mind. They do their own things. They always walk their path. They do not worry about the people's attention. If people look at them, that's good. If not, they don't. Remember one thing, that we cannot please everyone all the time. We cannot please people all the time. If you please Ahmad, so Mahmoud will be sad from you. If you please Mahmoud, so Ahmad will be sad from you. So the thing is, you have to follow yourself. I mean, you have to talk to the inner yourself that you have not never talked to yourself. So that you never talk to them. There is a person inside you, and that's a hidden person. So talk to the person, listen to him, what does he have to say, or what does he has got to share with you. So that's why mentally strong people believe in themselves. They say that, okay, I have to work on myself, and follow what is good for me. Know whether people give me attention, do not give me attention, I do my best. So they are not the comments lovers. They don't want people just say good things about them. If they say bad things, so gets them so bad, or he takes things in their heart personally. So don't they? So the second thing that mentally strong people follow is the attention. Number three is decision making. So you know what, decision is very important, or I would say it's a crucial part of our life. So we believe that a person who is 70 years old, or we say 60 or 40 years old, can make better decisions. While science says that decision making or better decision making does not depend on the age, it's not linked with the age, it's directly linked with the maturity. And maturity is also not linked with the age. So we believe that the person who is 70 years old can make better decisions, but that's not actually correct. We have to follow this, or we have to believe this, that mentally strong people are mature. They make decisions, and they make their own decisions by themselves. They are decisive. They do not delay the decisions. They do not postpone the decision for tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, because they believe that if we wait for something, or the more we wait for something, the tougher it becomes. So this is a saying of a book by the name of Kiss That Frog. So they are quick in decision making. They study all the aspects of decisions, and then they make decisions. So there are two types of people who always say great things in life. The first person who is 70 years old, or the second person who had made a lot of mistakes, or who had suffered a lot in his or her life. So these two people say so many things. So make a decision. If you made a mistake, so you will learn from the mistake. So somebody else cannot teach you from their own experience. So you have to experience that practically. Once you made a mistake, so tomorrow you realize that that's my mistake, and I took wrong decisions, but next decisions I have to take it better. So that's why we say that mentally strong people are good decisive, or they're good decision makers. So you don't have to forget that we can all make is the effort. We should do our efforts, or we should do our best. So the result is not in our control, it's in the control of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If there is a benefit for us, so it will come to us. If it is not, so we should leave it, because this was not for our good. So we also say that the mentally strong people do not regret on their decisions. Once they make a decision, no matter what people believe, they say they made a decision, and then they will work hard through their persistence, or through their commitment, to make that decision, or to prove that decision right to the people. So that's the third rules, I would say, that mentally strong people follow. They are good decision makers, or they are decisives. So number four rule mentally strong people follow is the conversation. It is said that the first and very important skill that mentally strong people have is their communication skills. They are effective communicators. They communicate understandably to people. They listen to people clearly, and they also make their points clearly. They say, okay, make your point clearly. If not, I don't want to waste my time. So they do not get disappointed by the little things happening around them, and they do not argue with people. They always make an exit. If they see that the people are making argument, it's getting longer, this argument will prolong for a long time, and this is nonsense. They do not waste their time on small things. Once they believe that it's nonsense and their time will be get wasted, so then they walk away. They make an exit room for themselves. They leave the table for others. So that's what they do. Mentally strong people, they are effective communicators. They do not waste their time on small little things. They do not party uselessly. They always make the points clear. So, and do not worry. They don't worry about the people's opinion all the time. For example, if a person say it's a black, so they say it's a black. If you are mentally strong, you will not try to always impose or force your decisions or your opinion to others. You will utter your words Once the person accept that, it's up to them. It doesn't accept, it's up to them. So you do not react according to them. There's a beautiful example of once Suqarat was walking. A person called him, "You are son of Dash." So didn't say anything. After walking few steps, Suqarat turned and looked at the man happily. So the one who was accompanying Suqarat, he asked Suqarat that, why you didn't say anything when the person called you son of Dash? The person insulted you. So Suqarat smiled to his friend and said, whatever he say is not the reality, so then why do I have to prove him right? So here he's making a point, a beautiful point. He says that if you react to the people's opinion or their argument, so you are actually proving them correct. So therefore, the mentally strong people, they always avoid arguments. They do not get themselves indulged in little things. Now if you are mentally strong, you will also not get yourself most often involved in the arguments. You will try to express yourself opinions and to the people. Once they accept it, it's up to them, or they reject it, it's up to them. So you don't get annoyed by their arguments. So you always try and make an exit if you are mentally strong. Point number 5, the mentally strong people follow is their listening. They have good listening skills. They are active listeners. There are people in our society, or people that are around. They always talk. They always impose you to accept their opinion. They pressurize you to accept whatever they say. Even they sometimes force you to believe what they say. They just speak it, speak. While the mentally strong people, they are active listening. They do not talk a lot. They do talk less, but they listen more. So there is a common saying: if you listen to the other person understandably, a lot of relationships will be saved. So that's why mentally strong people, they listen a lot, and they give you chance of speaking. Once they are done, they become silent, and then they give you chance for listening. And while they are speaking, they don't cut you off rudely, or they don't disrespect you. So they have some techniques that they use for expressing themselves. And also they listen a lot, because if you listen more, you will learn more. So this is a pretty common saying. So the fifth one is listening. If you are mentally strong, so then you will listen more than you speak. Rule number 6, mentally strong people follow, is the excuses. Well, they are not affected by a disease called excusitists. So they always say that, done, achieve the target, achieve your aims, that's it. If you couldn't, then no excuses. So they do not listen to excuses, and they don't make excuses. They don't make excuses by themselves, nor they let other person make excuses. They always say that, if you can do it, do it. If you cannot do it, so then don't make excuses. So like if you ask a loser will give you 1,000 reasons for losing, while you ask a winner will give you 1,000 reasons for winning. So that's why the mentally strong people will not make excuses. If they come late, so they accept, they say sorry. They don't make this wild applications that, okay, my mother was sick, I'm sick, I'm the only one at home. They don't make such excuses. They say, I'm late, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, I'm sorry. They accept their mistakes. They do not walk on the path of innocence. They don't call themselves, I'm very innocent, please call, please do this, please that. They don't beg. So it's up to you to become advice seeker or become an advisor. It's you. So mentally strong people are also advisors. They do not listen to the people's uh, comments, because they don't give them room to comment. They always say, okay, that's my mistake, I accept it, that's it. If that's their mistake, they accept it. If it's not that mistake, they don't accept it, they follow it. Remember, if you do not follow these rules, you cannot be mentally strong. There is no medicine which is sweet. Every medicine and for every disease is actually bitter. You cannot, if you have a bad sickness, I mean the mental sickness, then you have to take or pills which are bitter, not sweet, because sweet pills cannot cause you or give you good health. So if you want to be mentally strong, so do not make excuses. Problems are there for you, everybody's everybody has a problem. Everyone is dealing with their problems secretly. So mentally strong people do not open up with to everyone, and they don't make wild applications. They don't actually spread the negativity to others, and they don't complain from their life. They always say that do or die. So you can do it or you can die. So you have to walk one path, not both the path. So if you want to be mentally strong person, or if you want to become a strong personality, so these are some techniques, some tips that you have to follow, so that you can become a mentally strong person.